So, hi everyone. Today is the 25th of September, and this is the Working Group Comms bi-weekly meeting. This meeting follows the Code of Conduct, which is basically being nice to each other and be kind. But I'm sure all of you here already know that. It's always good to say it again. It's always good to be kind people. So I don't think there's anyone new here. If you can please add yourself to the attendees list. Leo sent the link to the doc in the chat. If you don't have it, I will send it again. Oh yeah, my keyboard was off. There you go. I think we can start with the recurring topics for the current issues. Leo, can you share the board or I can share it? Okay, there you go. I think we can go to the in progress topics. I think they are in order of importance. So we have the comms for the Sustainability Week presentation. We started working on it with Claire. We right now have a starter template for all the tag presentation. I can I don't have the link to the starter template, but it is on the TAG ENV and working group comms folder. So if we want to start a new presentation, we copy it and then create a presentation. It's very simple. But with this, we have a common template with some basic backgrounds and basic slides. Claire, I didn't have much time to work on it in this week because I'm very busy with organizing the Meetup for Sustainability Week in Milan, which will happen on Monday. But next I can work on that. We with Claire we wrote down all the points we wanted to touch in the presentation. Basically an introduction of the working group, all the issues that are open, all the projects, and also we will talk about the rebranding, so we can explain better to people how the working group comms will it won't change. It will be it will always be the working group comms, but I think we can explain better what we do, which is not only related to social media and communication, but also to advocacy. We also have the issue for the comms rebrand, which is not in the in progress column. It is in backlog. I think we can.
You can move that across. Yeah. Also, the presentation and information we were just talking about is also in the agenda notes for today.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so I'm touching all the points in a random order. Sorry. um, yeah. So then we have the issue for the roles. I saw that Claire assigned to me a couple of issues. The further defined working group comes roles, and there was another one that
the other one I think is the presentation we're just talking about.
Oh yeah, I thought there was another one. Well, okay. Yeah, there are these two. And then what do we have? Yeah, for the comms roles, I don't remember if it was in the previous meeting, but we were planning to take all the roles and create an issue for every role and write a bit of a documentation for each role. So we have them separated. We will start following the doc that Leo is sharing, and then we will create all the specific issues. So if anyone is interested in the role, they have the name of the role, but also what the role is about, the description, and what we expect that role will do. So then we if we come back to the board, I think the next issue is the TAG ENV conference preparation. I don't remember if we talked about it in the previous meeting, or if we have it there and we plan to work on it. Let me open it. Oh, okay. Yeah, the last comment was written by Claire in June, so I think we will have to reopen this one. Yeah, I think we need to check the issues that the issues that are in that are after the comms roles. Yeah, we can go through that in the next weeks, I think. I think that in the next few weeks until mid-October, everyone will be very busy with the Sustainability Week. So we can plan them after Sustainability Week, if you agree. Okay. So yeah, we're talking about Sustainability Week. I don't know if any of you is any of you participated in the meeting on Monday. I don't have so many updates. If you participated, can you maybe tell us something?
Yeah, hi Valeria. So this is
Oh, hi
Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I joined late. So So I think regarding the updates, there's like a lot of work which need to be done to finally push the event. Like we need to release the blog post. We also need to sync with the CNCF team, like basically figure out. So we did this last year. We had a doc of all the tweets and everything, like whatever will go on the social media. So we need to sync with the team to figure out all those things. We need to make sure we publish an announcement blog on CNCF website. And there are other couple of things like Redley badges, and making the feedback forms and creating surveys. So there are like a couple of things left which are super important to make it more reachable to people. So I'm just gonna add the GitHub issue for the same in the comment section. So maybe, yeah, that kind of provides an overview.
Yep. Do we have some kind of a timeline for all the things you talked about, or yeah, do we have all of them and we plan to do them in a non-specific order?
Yeah, so we have a list of things now. I mean, regarding the timeline, there are a couple of things which needs to go out in like this or next week. For example, announcement blog post needs to be done like as soon as possible. The other things are like making the social media post that would be a continuous task from now to till the sustainability thing, till the time it's happening. So I think like maybe I can just update the GitHub issue, and I guess that's going to be better in terms of timeline. There are a few tasks which needs to be done ASAP, and there are a few tasks which will be like ongoing.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote a message about the slides for Sustainability Week. Well, the first slides that basically will be like the ones we used last year, but we have to update them. And I think Ludovica started working on them because we will use them on Monday. So I can ask her if if she has done them, and as soon as we have them, we can share with you. So yeah, I think one of the points we will have it planned.
Okay.
And for yeah, sorry. Will you say something, Nessie? Or I don't know.
No, I was saying that's fine. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, that looks good. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for anything else we have to do before Sustainability Week, I think that one important thing will be kind of setting a priority for things, so we know which ones we have to do first and quickly, and which ones we can work on with more time. Yeah, so maybe I will go through the issue that Nancy linked. I can copy and paste it in the notes somewhere. Claire, I'm adding a point here. It's the issue that Nancy linked. So we have it here. You're free to edit the document. So yeah, we already talked about some of the open discussion points. I see a point written by Christina, content generation. Yeah, so we have the Twitter, the Twitter discussion.
Yeah, I can give some background to it because there are a few things around this topic in general that I think we would need to somehow address and plan for in the working group comms. If there are some things around the content generation which we could also look in general as one of the goals that could be nice to have in the tag, and that is about for the next year, for example, and that is around writing or having some kind of a more frequent activity in terms of the blog posts that are being published on the tag's website, but also maybe doing some exploration or using some time to repost some relevant content, maybe from the friendly organizations that can be in context of the TAG ENV's mission and the domain, and also maybe writing some smaller posts that are targeting social media only, that are maybe around the topic of cloud native sustainability. So we have been discussing it a little bit in the TAG leads group just before this meeting. And in general, I think that could attract more people who are also interested more about like the domain, and not just interested in looking, for example, for the meeting plan or some announcements, but maybe would also like to learn something from what we in the tag do around the topic of sustainability. So this is something that maybe we can just start thinking a little bit about, because that would obviously require some time and effort, and not single hands. So the way the whole content generation, especially on the social media, has been, it was mostly on me, but I realized a few weeks or maybe longer than that I am not able to handle it anymore every week. It's just not scalable anymore with all the other things I'm doing. That's why I also added a post in the Slack channel that it would be good to get many more hands on it. I would love to have even more than one more person, but even having one more person who could help out here would greatly help. Otherwise, it will be difficult to have something being posted every week, especially once we are done with the Cloud Native Sustainability Week events. So
Christina, on that point, I just wondered are you still okay to continue being specifically like the social media lead, making sure that like with a group of people that are helping you, or would you like to step back from that role?
I don't mind being the lead unless someone else wants to step into this role. I don't mind giving that role to someone else either, but I am not able to write posts every week.
Yeah.
I just don't have the capacity anymore for this.
I think how I've been envisioning it is kind of that the leads would be the person not necessarily doing the work, but they can be as well, but just making sure that that work happens. So if that works for you.
Having an overview, like guiding, helping with the reviews of the posts, that is much more possible for me to handle than actually writing this, because it takes a lot of mental effort and time, and it has been a bit difficult. But I will be happy to like guide and lead. So if someone would like to step in and help out, I can like help with actually reviewing or answering some questions or whatever. So If you would like to help on that, that would be great. If we can spread the word about it as well a little bit more, that would also be great. So that are the 2 points. And the last point is our account on Twitter or X. The engagement in general has been close to 0 from what I've seen. Not only for the tags account, but in general, it hasn't been that good. So something also we should consider if we should say goodbye to X, like Claire mentioned, and maybe moving to Blue Sky or just keeping LinkedIn. But it would be nice to do something about it at some point, because I think it's like it feels quite empty in there. Yeah, so those are a few points around, if some background around content generation. Everything is like up for some input, feedback, thoughts. Maybe someone already has interest here in helping out on some of that. So yeah, just speak up if you would like to comment on anything or have follow-up questions.
I was thinking also for the content stuff, maybe if we roughly know, I think it's pretty consistent what we do each week. So I guess we can also just make sure there's somebody picking that up every 2 weeks at these meetings until we have more regular, like obvious people doing that.
Mm.
If that
Yeah,
helps.
I'm also not. One thing is
sorry.
also I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. The one thing regarding the meeting plan, I'm also not sure if it's like relevant having like a meeting plan overview in the beginning of every week, because I haven't seen that much engagement on that or like reaction on that. So I'm not sure if it's like actually makes sense for us to keep doing it, or we could just here and there remind about our calendar where you can see all the meetings.
Is this like a post about the meetings of the week that you're talking about? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
that...
Valeria.
Oh, yes.
Sorry for breaking you. I'll be
No, no
silent now.
problem. No problem. So yeah, I was thinking that I think we need to understand what we want to share with in the platform we want to use, for example, in LinkedIn, and then decide the timeline and when and what we want to post. And yeah, of course, it has to be sustainable for everyone. And yeah, Claire wrote in the chat, I think that I have she mentioned the roadmap, which is, I think that it's important on this topic, because it's linked to what I was saying at first about what we want to share and what we don't want to share, or we don't see the need to share. I think we need to kind of give a better structure to this point, to the content creation point.
Yeah, maybe one thing to add. So Christina already mentioned this in a way. So we had like a meeting before this one to talk about like what we would like about last year, the year before, basically how the tag progressed and which changes we made and where would like what things would be like a good outlook for the tag for the next year. So some brainstorming, and this is not finished, like the discussion, of course. But one thing is basically the content generation. I think it's like a major one. So if we have continuous some things to discuss which are interesting for the community. We don't really need to necessarily write all of it on our own. So for example, Cloud Native Sustainability Week has a blog post about, okay, the week is coming up, here are all the events and so on and so forth. And this is like one thing which is very interesting, but not a lot of maintainers are coming to us to talk about, okay, how this tool is sort of, what aspects does it have in common with Cloud Native Sustainability? So if we, and this is also the role for this working group, the idea is that we have not just one, but maybe a couple of folks, or this is like a major effort of the working group to focus on, okay, we would like to publish content. We would like to talk about, I don't know, certain aspects, right? And just transport this into the community, that we have this also as a basis of discussion during the tag meeting, perhaps. And this would also make it a lot easier to generate content on social media. And it would also be better for the working group, because this gives the working group itself a lot more meaning in a way, right? So we try to, like, the major focus is to find good stories and help people to understand what cloud native sustainability is, how this tool can be used, or how this tool evolved over the last releases, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, so for example, like one thing, what this needs to be discussed, I don't know, that we rotate in a way that we know, okay, I'm looking for one person in the community to write a blog post in a month. It will be published in a month or so. It can be about anything cloud native sustainability, so it can be any kind of topic. It's just connected to the field, and it should be interesting in that we try to tell some kind of story, and then we rotate. So we have a couple of people, so that at the end, every week or every 2 weeks, people see we publish a blog post. But yeah, we need to discuss what Claire, what Nancy, what you, Valeria, and everybody thinks about this. But I think as a vision, this could be establishing like a frequent content cycle that we that we also share more meaningful information. Because at the end, people rarely, so there needs to be, like, we see this also with the Cloud Native Sustainability Week. So if we think about, okay, what if Nancy and Julie and Alessandro and so on, all of those people leading the event would not exist, right? So then no event will happen. And the same thing also goes for the blog post. Really, we need to have like some enforcement or some mechanism to publish those things, because it's very interesting, or very interesting stories are there. And this can also be a user story. I think we can also connect this, or we could connect this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely connected. And this should definitely be one of the roadmap points, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think this can be shaped out in a lot of different ways. So it would be good to discuss this or think about like how this could be. It could look like, yeah.
Yep.
Diana?
I was thinking that I can help Christina, as she says she can help like guiding people and everything, and I would be pleased if she could do that with me. I learned a little bit about how post and things like that are for the way you handle it. So I think I have time to help her with this. Maybe once you have defined which things she needs to give other people.
Yeah, that would be great, Diana. Thanks for your interest. I think right now it goes kind of hand in hand into defining what we want to see as the content generation on these on our social media accounts. So I think right now it was mainly about posting some updates about a new working group or project or a potential demo that is coming up, or some kind of a milestone that was reached. So it's more about like updates that we have just published on our accounts. But maybe going forward, maybe we should have like a place where we could define this, what we would like to see in terms of content, what more other than updates we would like to see.
Sure, it's okay for me.
But I can at least give an intro into how I do updates. I publish updates on the social media channels in the meantime.
Okay. Claire wrote, I can make a pre-roadmap meeting agenda for people to add stuff to when we do it. Yeah, I think it's a really great idea. Yeah, we put down all the ideas we have and what we want to do in during next months, so we can plan and organize. Next point is also by Christina, and it is the issue for KubeCon North America. I saw here and there that Claire wrote about the booth rotation list. I don't know if someone reached out to participate, or if there's other things going on about it, and what we can maybe do to help, or what if we have to do anything more than share the booth rotation list. I don't know if any of you goes to KubeCon North America.
I'm not going to KubeCon North America, but I can give a kind of overview. So Christina made the booth rotation list, and then we discussed it last week in the meeting. So I shared it into the channel. I think people have been signing up. We just need to keep an eye on it and make sure people are paired up and new people feel confident that they can actually help out. But I won't actually be there to make sure that that goes smoothly. I think there's also related to that, my next bullet point, I've also started the presentation for the booth as well, for people to use. The only other thing was stickers, but I've delegated that to Marlo. Marlo is going to work on getting stickers because she is going to be in KubeCon. And I didn't want to take on the responsibility of finding stickers and then keep them in the UK.
Yeah, Leo wrote to.
I think you are going, right? Or am I wrong? Siam is definitely going. Marlo is going. Not sure about Alessandro. I don't know if there's enough people to organize like a separate event, like a meetup like we did in Paris. If not, I think that's not like the end of the world. We have the booth, which is good. We can always meet up at the booth. I will not be there, so I expect a bit less in this. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. So the
I
next,
think generally on that point, I can just keep an eye on it because I did that for EU KubeCon anyway, so I kind of know what we're doing with it. So that's fine.
okay, thanks, Claire. The next point, we already talked about it. The presentation me and Claire we are working on. And then handbooks and links also by Claire. Oh, it's a contribution guide. Claire, do you have anything to share about this?
I do, yeah. It was just basically a brief note to people in this meeting that I've been starting a document purely just to keep a note of all the links. Only I realized that when you're a contributor that's not one of the people shared directly to that folder, things kind of get lost when you share the links everywhere. And for this particular working group, I think we work a lot with making documents in the Drive and the social media, for instance. So I just want to link out to all the relevant places. I also wanted to make a handbook per role. There's already, as I've been saying this for a while, there's already the one for Christine as well. And then just link them all into one place people can go to, and then bookmark that in our channel so that when people need something, we just have to give them the one document. I think it's kind of just a symptom of this specific working group because we do a lot more stuff that's outside of GitHub in particular. But it's not done. I just wanted to share that link and so people know that that's what's going on.
Yeah, I think this will be useful because even when we were starting on the presentation for Sustainability Week, we had a tough time to start and find things. So yeah, I agree, and maybe we can have the general document, this handbook, as a pinned element on the on our Slack channel, so we can, if we are looking for something, we expect to find it amongst all the links. And last point, the chair role. So congrats, Nancy.
Thank you so much. I'm just trying to first understand how things happen. So yeah, I'll be having a look at different GitHub pages. I think that mentions the responsibilities. So I'll have a look at previous meetings as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries. We can also, once all the processes for leads and stuff is finished, we can have a meeting with kind of just us to go through the responsibilities. And I think this particular working group has obviously been in a flux state for a while. I think I've very much just been keeping it afloat rather than directing and doing more cool things. So I think we have a good opportunity post roadmap and just like, a new era, if you will, sustainability advocacy working group. And I think there's a good opportunity to make it what we need it to be. Otherwise, I've added a bunch of open issues for assignment at the bottom, and then I added a couple of actions already because I knew that I wasn't prepared to run the meeting. So if you just want to scroll down, you can see those.
Sure, yeah, that would be nice. I can sync with you. Yes.
Yeah, I think we talked about a lot today. We have a lot of, we only have 2 actions, but I think we opened some more discussion on things. Yeah, we have a lot. That's cool. So do you have anything to bring up? Hi, Sergio.
People finally here.
Welcome. So if we don't have anything, I think we can. Oh, Claire, did you raise your hand to talk, or I see your hand?
No, that was a mistake. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Maybe real quick because Sergio is here and Diana is also here. There's like this our PR open for a while about the translation stuff. Are we getting close to? Are we getting close to finishing it? Or do you need?
Yeah, I think that we are very close, but I have a question related that I have some missing commits with my signature. I don't know if it's possible to fix it or maybe to reopen another PR without that errors. I don't know what do you think?
It has happened before. I think it's more like in general, it would be nice if you do it, but we merge also PRs with it failing as well.
You mean without this
So
verified mark here?
the DCO, the signed
Yeah.
commits policy, but folks sometimes forget to do it, so we have merged PRs before with it failing. And it's quite many commits in this PR. I think it will be a lot of probably some time consuming to find.
Yeah,
find
yeah, I was
ones.
thinking on to create another one just with the documents that we have to add to the commit, right? Because it's too many noise here, I think.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I mean, we need to check if like the history of this PR is nice, because there's like 64 commits. Maybe we can squash some stuff. It would be good.
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe we can discuss.
If we can. Sure. Yeah. Maybe we need to clean this up a bit. I think actually just having one commit probably could also be fine. I don't know. Are there also some translations happening in this one, or is it just the code?
No, just or
Just the
test.
code, right? So just 4 files. Yeah, I think one commit should be
like 4
fine.
files, right? Not too many things.
No. Yeah. Right. Yeah, would be good. Maybe to squash it. And
okay, I will try.
We could also squash it upon merge. I don't know if you think in terms of like getting this policy to pass.
yeah, we need to check if all the commits are fine, or if there's like some stuff here. For example, there's like translation German. This looks strange.
Yeah, was already like
There's like something here, and I think this was removed again, right? So I mean, like in the squash, this would be just not. This would just not appear, which is fine. We can squash it over the commit. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Is there anything else we need to do in this PR in terms of features?
There is like, for example, for each language, you have to create but we have to test it, right? But we have the pending part of create like the groups that is going to be notified if a change exists.
Yeah. I think we can also do this like we can start with Spanish maybe or something, one language, and then we can roll it out from different ones.
Yeah, then add another and another and another. Right? Yeah. Good idea.
Okay. So we start with maybe Spanish, I think would be the easiest because I guess. And then all right. Excellent. Very good. Very good.
Okay. I agree. Okay.
So is this I guess the configuration for Spanish we would need to add this, right?
I think that is already configured.
Already configured? All right. So actually
for Spanish and Chinese, I think. Because in that moment just Spanish and Chinese was available.
Yes, only those two.
But it's easy to add another language, just to add something in some lines, and it's easier.
What is this one? Yeah. All right. Okay. Where's the configuration? Is it in here?
Yeah, I think that is a kind of array in the upper side.
There's like something here.
Yeah, else the other language, else the other language, else the other language.
Ah, you're the one responsible for Chinese?
No, no, but we are testing like
Okay. Yeah.
detection for different languages.
Okay. Right, let's review this maybe async, and then this looks good. All right, nice.
Okay, I think that we can start with Spanish because we have a lot of pending translations there.
Yeah, I think this will be a lot of help.
Okay.
Awesome. Right, Valeria, I think we are like 20 minutes over time, right?
Yeah, I think we are done for today. If you need any help to review this PR, I can eventually help if needed.
Okay. We're going to
yeah. Yeah, I think we can stop the recording. We already talked about the open issues and the actions. I would add a new action and write. We will do a lot of things, but that's okay. Yeah. So Leo, I think you